Okie dokie. Just share this, and then that should all be done, I think. If I click this, will it take me there? Yeah, good. Okie dokie. So basically, where we left off was programming the dice. I've done a bit of that since then, which wasn't on the stream, but it was mainly just getting the dice to work, so now we can sort of roll it and get different results and stuff. These lines I will take out, it was just for like debugging purposes, but basically I needed to figure out which side the dice was facing the camera on, and then from there I can determine which value to assign as a result. So what I actually need to do is make this dice result influence this percentage, and this one is basically just going to influence a high score. Like, it's like a high score multiplier, so I'll do that later. So we're going to need to make a new script, probably. Left dice influence, quit that. We could just quit dice in that. For now, let's just keep that there. Now, I had it written down, sort of like a formula that I was going to use to calculate this, so I should have it on my phone or something. Let's take a look. So essentially what it's going to do is, to give you an example, click reveal, 66% chance of surviving. So this has a number 4, so this will now bring this up by a certain factor. So it doesn't reduce it, it increases your chance of survival. And I've got it written down somewhere. Is it this one? Yeah, here we go. Right. So how I thought of it, if we take 23% as an example, chance of surviving, if I rolled a 4, it works it out as 100 divided by 3 and then multiplies that by 24. Okay, so it's like total. Okay. So it's good to keep these things written down, otherwise I would have just forgotten. Rotate dice. Works all these out. Just figuring out where is best to put it. So this basically is, you know, you've clicked the dice, start spinning is true, start spinning the dice, you've clicked it again, slow down the dice, and then give us a result. Yeah, then it's got to be from here. I have to assign the value, right? Which means we're going to need an integer. Dice foul. Then okay. Dice foul equals 5. Oh, so I should mention how I got the dice rolling to work, because I saw a lot of things online that are just really over the top and do a lot of things that are sort of unnecessary. So how I did it is basically well, these are actually 3D objects, but I'm only caring about like a 2D representation of it, so I don't throw the dice. So the simplest thing to get it moving, because it's in one space for me, was just to rotate it at, you know, a random angle over and over again by a set speed, and then once I've stopped clicking, it's obviously going to stop. For example, if we click this one, it's spinning, it's spinning, it's spinning, but then like it might stop like this. And what we need to do is figure out the closest side that's facing the camera. And this is done through a couple of like angle geometry calculations. So if you look here, essentially what it does is it finds, there's a calculation for every single side, so it's up, down, like left, right, forward and back, and then you essentially take the max of those. The highest value of these is the one that's closest to the camera. So if we go up here, it's a huge if statement. I can probably optimize this a bit better, but it's working for now. So here, take the max value of all those angles, and then check it against those values. So it's a bit long-winded, it's a bit unnecessary, but yeah. And then you just take the, so instead of using like look at, this is what I tried to do before, because that takes the forward angle and then just makes it look at the camera. We need to change the angle we need to rotate towards it. So we've got the camera's position minus the dice position, and then we just set that into the angle. So this is forward, times it by -1, that's backwards. Is up, is right, -1 is left, and then down, -1 to the up. And that's it. I say that's it. It did take me a while to figure it out after looking on the forums for a while. But like I say, lots of the things were just unnecessary. Like massive example scenes that don't really, like, they do way more than just one simple dice roll. I mean, those things are good for other people, but for me, no, not really. Right. But I'll find the references that I used to like get those sorts of stuff, and then I'll just like supply them. And then that way, if people are stuck on the same problem and need a simpler solution, then I've done the Google searches for you. So there you go. I'm just getting rid of these things that I don't need anymore. Random debugging. Yep. Get rid of this one. Okay. So now we've got our value. There is the survival rate. Survival rate, okay. From 10% to 99%, these will change in the future. Survival none, and survival is probably private, yes. So survival num basically just needs to be, okay, and survival is on the camera. I think. Yeah, survival's on the camera. Dice mechanic. I don't need that one anymore. I don't need that one either. Where did I put it? Ah, it was in the camera, so there was a thing here. Rotate dice. Is there anything in here? I could just put this on the camera and make it much easier. Yeah, I mean, it's not. Yep, fine. Left dice, and I guess this one is right dice. Alright, so rotate dice. Go on here. Ooh, actually, that's the reason why I didn't do it before. Got left die. Alright, well we're going to have to use a get component and I guess there's no way around it. So then, survive, rotate dice, I'm going to need now. Ugh. Okay, component, and then we're going to need the survival, I think. So this survival num, we're going to need a set survival num. We don't already have one. Okay, no. Sorry. Be protected. No. Okay. Public. And then here. Can I do that? I don't think so. Dice values getting updated all down there. And do dot set survival num. We could actually have manipulate survival. And we've got this thing here. The factor. And then how did we say we were going to do it? It was like 100 divided by the survival rate. Multiplied by the factor. This can probably be a const as well, let's just put that up here. Max perk. Ooh, like this. And then we will just literally do survival num equals this. So for example, 100 divided, oh no, let's put it in brackets. Is there a brackets thing here? 100 divided by 23 times by 4, 17. And then that, oh yes, and then that gets added to the result. So it's like, so can we do that? Survival num equals survival num plus this. Should put all of this in brackets. So then it would be 23 plus 17. Yeah. So that seems like a relatively good thing. And then I think up here can, I'll just change this as well. Okay. And then we should be done. Complete survival. So get this, manipulate the value, right? Let's see what happens, shall we? Wait for it to compile. Reveal 37%. Okay, so we need to round it. So we've got a value of 6. I can't even remember what it was now. 37% I think it was. Okay, let me just write it down. 92%, that's rubbish. Right, 17%. Is that 46? So was it 100 divided by 17, which is this, times by 5, 29, 29.4. Seems to be working fine. So then we went from like a 17% chance of survival to 46%. So that's like the whole point of this game, is to influence this, you know. But you can do it once, that's what I'm thinking for now. Right, that sounds pretty good. We've almost got the entire game working. Could probably get rid of those. Just comment them out for now. We don't need this coroutine anymore. Let's slow down what this needs to do. Yeah, it's disable the thing, so we could just, I think this is also on the button itself, so do all of this and right at the end. We not to do that. I think it's like that. Oh, okay. We need to set the active to false as well. Ooh. I've just discovered a bug that I'll come on to in a second. Let me just check if this works. 56, 63. We can't do anything good in this one. Oh, and that adds on because we... yeah, okay. Doesn't need to do that though. Survival. I reckon we try it rounded up. Or we just round it actually. It's only going to be a matter of like a percentage, you know? Which could make all the difference, but there you go. I'm not feeling generous just yet. Right, so if we round it, then this will... 35%. 46%. Job done. Now, obviously the issue with this is that at the moment we can roll these dice before we've even done this, and we don't know if we influenced it. And that can also go over 100, which is not good. Can we make a list of these? Let's do min. Yeah, min equals 10. Max serve. Min serve and max serve, that's better. We don't want 99 because I think that's way too much. Let's just make it 90. Keep it in the tens. And then down here, I think bringing it out to 100 is fine. So if we do if that's fair. So if it's greater than 100, set it to 100, then display it. And the good thing is that these calculations will always do their business, which is what I like. I reckon we could have a 0 up here. Right. So now what we need, I believe, is to make sure that we can't roll these until we've revealed this. Now I'm not sure in terms of a UI perspective how to go about this, because if I just show you, maybe the reveal, yeah, I could just set them as active, and then once I've clicked this, then we're allowed to do this. See, 1 didn't change, that's good. Okay, I think that'll just have to do for now then. So in setting those to disable them until we've clicked reveal. Click. So this is the reveal one, okay. Left. Ooh. Oh, no. These two are public. Can we do this? Okay, component, rotate. Is it rotate dice? I think so. these are going to have to be like this. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but it's not complaining at the moment. Unless I use a virtual overloader or something. I think I could actually just have one object and then override it so that it accesses two different branches with the same object, if that makes sense. Pretty sure that's how that works. You can use override to do that. But for now, I'll just how about we have dice roll, and then we do yeah, that looks rubbish, doesn't it? Say dice. Oh. Let's bring us back to what we were supposed to be doing originally. Setting the things to false until we've clicked it. And they're buttons, so we don't need this anymore. We do need those. Don't need these. And because they're public, I can set them as false at the start. If I do start set active like this. Perhaps it's better to just have this game object. Because as what I'm doing here is creating an extra object here for absolutely no reason. Yeah, I was right at the beginning. This always happens. Left die, right die. Now we can just do dot set active. Oh, make them game objects. Right die, set active. Ooh. So what that will do is make sure that we can't roll the dice until we've revealed the thing. Because look, once this is enabled, we can now just plonk these down here. Just change these to true. So that should work. Ooh. Hopefully. Apparently not. That's probably because I haven't actually added them to the thing yet. Left dice roll, right dice roll. Can't change any of these. Reveal. No, I can. Great. And that one changes that. But we'll get to that one later. Actually, we should probably get to that one now. So what have we got here? Yeah. I could just have an extra function that instead of slow down, well, no, it's going to need this. But instead of having this in the same function, we can transfer it so long as we know the thing that we're doing. So we're going to have to add a tag to this. Let's add left dice, right dice. Right, so start spinning is false. That's a good thing, because that will stop for spinning. So we need that one. We need those. We just need to change this. Do we need it in another function? Can we just add this to... That's because this can... And down here, we now do main cam.manipulate survival, and that stops it creating another object all the time. Oops. And now we need to, could just add an if statement, like if tag equals left dice, manipulate the survival rate. A good way to check this is, we just have it like that, then the right one out of principle shouldn't. But it'd be a good idea to set these tags first. Left or right. Just double check these, can't click them, reveal 74. Yes. Good. I went from 74 to 75 from a 1. I think that's because of like a small decimal. We're going to need to check this. Divided by 74. Yeah, you see. Times by, what was it, 1? 1.3. Rounded down to 75. So I can either leave it like that, or make it so that 1 just doesn't do anything. We'll see. The good thing is that this one is no longer manipulating this, but it will manipulate the score. So what we can do is have like a little thing here that's like a potential score or something. And how I was working out the score is that you would have a base of 100. So that like one of these doors is guaranteed survival. So if you go through the guaranteed door, you just get 100 times by whichever this result is. If you go through the other one, it's 100 times by percentage, the difference in percentage of survival. So the lower it is, the more you get. So yeah, the idea is to keep the survival low, so you get a big score. Alright. So I better code in that survival. So this left dice influence rubbish. Don't need that one anymore. Oh, and then to proceed, I was thinking of adding an interpolation thing. And these, I might just have it like this, so that they really can't see anything. Because then if they do this, then they go left, and they're supposed to be an alley. Who knows? Just leave it like that for now. We sure. Which one did? Okay. just, what's the Exodus minus 23? Okay, I'll just grab this value, whack it in, get rid of the minus, and it'll be exactly the same like that. But since this isn't really that symmetrical, it's pointless doing that. Right, so now what I want to do is when we click proceed, lerp towards one of those. Reload. I think it's on survival, right? Proceed, click. What we need to do is check if we could have. Do we need to make another one? If this is true, lerp right, lerp left. And up here, am I going to need some public game objects? Left and tap, right and tap. It's going to need to be an update actually. No, it does that. It's private by default. Proceed all. Nah, I can't be a bool. It has to. Because we have 3 options. Yeah. Okay. In that case, we'll just make it equal to -1 at the start. Make it equal to 1 for right, 0 for left. Survival is on the main camera, I believe. What is lerping? I think it's speed. Float. Let's just give a speed here, and then speed can be, I don't know, 5. What was it saying? Let's just check it out. Can't quite remember the syntax for it. Yeah, the transforms. So what does that tell me? Interp these two. Both go here. Well, or vector 3 dot lab. Okay. So go from this position to the right position in this time. And that's what this is saying now. Discovered. Yeah, I guess. It also works. Probably works a bit better. Discovered is, and the start time is what? Oh. Yeah, but that's not really that great because you need to clamp it in order to get the same sort of movement over all your games. Otherwise, yeah, it's not going to be good. That's fine, we'll change that later. Victory distance. Yeah, okay. I guess start time is a float. Yeah. Journey length is also, yeah. Starting pause. We don't want to be creating floats at every update. In fact, we only need to change these once we're inside. And I'm going to put it twice, just because yeah, you need them twice. in this particular instance. It's better than putting it outside, because you're not always going to be updating those values, otherwise they're just going to be set to like nothing, you know. Right, so it does not exist. Freeze journey, why not? Journey length L, journey length right. I can make that so much better, I can just make it a function, but not right now. Left. They also set the speed to 5. Oh, 1. Yeah. Right, so if it's 1, go right. If it's not, go left. Don't know if there's any more that I need to do. What's this saying? 20. Yeah. Behold the double semicolon. Right, let's take a look. It would help if I did set them. Yep, I always do this. And what's it? Instance of an object on survival. Are they private by any chance? Wait, what am I looking at? Proceed, click. Right interp and left interp. Yeah, and right and left interp. Where exactly? Here, private transforms. Perhaps they should be public transforms, huh? And then we can just set them directly in here. Left interpolation. Right interpolation. 88% chance of survival. 89% chance of survival. Whoop. Well, it worked. That was a bit too fast though. 38, 49, nice. Does this one work? Yes. Obviously that speed is a bit too quick. So I think they were right of having just one. And now we can simply delete the cube, because they're in the position we want them to be in. Notice all this stuff is that's pretty cool. That's obviously a bug. But we'll fix that. Is it saying down here, oh, we died? Did we still die? No, we're alive in this one. Oh, at least all the rotations are working. Alright. See how many bugs just get created every single time you add a new line of code? So essentially, once we've clicked proceed, we clearly don't want these buttons to be appearing. So proceed, where is it? Proceed, click. So these two here. Right, okay, that's the first thing that should be set to false. Stop people from like spamming, trying to get around it. Right. I think I clicked the right ones. I should get rid of both of them. Reveal. 54%. Oh yes, click proceed, they disappear. And they should stay gone. Yes. Proceed should also disappear. And these odds, I'm thinking of just making it embedded into like this here, I'm not sure, because like you see 87% chance and 82. So like when you click left and right, I'm not sure if I want it stuck here. I want it like edged into the here. Possibly. But then that might not be good from a design point of view, because what if the people are like, oh, I can't really remember. I should probably have yeah, okay, I think that's a good idea, because then I can have a central button that just centralizes it here. Because at the moment I've just got like this. So I should change those buttons to on the click. Sorry, on click on the dice, and not as buttons. But at the moment, it's fine, isn't it? Who really cares? But I think we've come quite far. We've tied the left one to the odds of survival. We've stopped the right one from doing that. This right one will be then linked to some sort of score somewhere on the screen once I've figured out, you know, where I'd like that to be. We've found lots of bugs, crazy amount of bugs, but those are just to be expected. They'll be fixed momentarily. We've moved the character down one of the lanes. I reckon how the person will die, that should be pretty cool. Say if we go left, and then we click proceed, and go down here, and once we've reached this corridor, I'll centralize it a bit better, then the demon can then walk out and kill you. That would be pretty cool, because look how dark it is, he would just walk out. I think that's a lot cooler than him running after you. I think that's much more ominous. And obviously, like, these things can change, you know, these walls, they shouldn't be just randomly here. It should actually encompass some sort of labyrinth type structure. But this is really just an alpha build at the moment. So lots to do. I'll get this written up. But I will have to cut the stream short for now. May possibly be on at some other point over the weekend. But yeah, cheers for watching.